Link sensitivity. And mouse open sensitivity. Okay. I don't know. Anyhow, hi guys, hello. Welcome back to my stream once again. Ugh. Wow. Well, ciao. Oh well. How are you guys doing today? I am doing not so great, if I'm gonna be honest, you know. I just took a shower and it wasn't as fresh as it used to be, so I am not taking this granted, to say the least. It wasn't that great, nor it was that bad at the same time, so... well. Either way, I am not having a good time, but I'm still in here, so I gotta have to pretend that I am having a good time, you know. I am having fun with you guys. It's a good, oh god, what is this furry shit? Yeah, sorry about that, boys. I just had to curse it right at the moment because I just saw, like, a furry at the front page of Twitch, and I don't appreciate furries that much. I mean, I don't hate them. I don't outright dismiss them or hate them like that, but they're not my favorite type of community, to say the least, you know. They're not my favorite type of human beings, so whenever I see them outright, then I feel like I'm getting exposed to somebody else. Hi Bob, hi Diamonds. It's been a while. It has been a while. I'm doing not great, but at the same time, I'm not having my worst day, so it kinda evens out. So I say that I'm having a good day, yeah. It is not the worst, nor it is the best. What about you? Oh, why is it not good? How should I say this? The dinner that I made for today wasn't so great. And, yeah, that's about it. I got, any other things that I want to, lay down on the table to, say things my mood for today isn't great because of this and this and that. I just cannot say that because I haven't done much for today. If I'm gonna be honest, I haven't done much for today. So, having a bad dinner kinda shifted my mood into not so great territory. So that's about it. Thank you for your hug. But you know, it is not the worst day that I've had so far for recently, so it's pretty great. What about you, Diamond? What about you? How was your day and how are you doing today? Did you eat well? Or did you not eat well and had to resort into eating instant noodles or cup noodles, with microwave. Please don't tell me that you ate like nothing but microwavable cup noodles for your entire meals for today. Please tell me that you had good meals. Oh. Just blink like a normal person, goddammit. Like that. Got it. It's raining today. I ate breakfast and went to bazaar, okay? I just came back and no, I didn't eat noodles. I ate normal breakfast and some fruit too. Num num num. Ooh, pretty good one. Some eggs and cheese with bread. Tea and honey. Ooh. You ate pretty well for today. I like it. Egg for protein and some fat for the yolks. And cheese for even more fat and protein, yes, protein. It is always nice to hear that somebody is eating well, because there are many things in the world that I don't like, but one of them is that going hungry and not having any food like in the pantry, or don't have enough money. Enough money for you to buy any kind of groceries or food. Now that is one of the worst feelings that you can get as a human being. I really appreciate the comfort and the convenience of just buying food from any kind of grocery stores, as a human being, because we don't need to like go outside hunting for the animals or any kind of things that we can eat. Nowadays, unless you're living in some kind of rural area and still living in a society where they are still retaining the old ways of living, unless you are like that, getting groceries and getting food and starving to death shouldn't be as common of an occurrence as back in the days. Me sending you my grandma's food. Oh, what do your grandma like? Yeah. What kind of foods that your grandma makes? Yeah, I bet. I'm feeling it making a proper sentence, more like, I don't know, beginner level sentence at this point, and I really don't like that. I really don't appreciate that. So, does your grandma make a yogurt, cheese, like in the home or at the home, like homemade cheese, yogurt, or like food? Just a lot of homemade food with vegetables and meat included. It is so yummy, yum yum yum. That's good. That's great. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't that type of like person, but I didn't appreciate my grandmother's food and their pantries in general when I was young. But okay. So both of my grandmas, like from both sides, they are all dead. Yeah. So I basically have none of my like grandparents, like grandmother, grandfather, grandfather to visit anymore because they're all passed away. But I don't think that I remember their cookings that fondly. She used to do it when we bought milk with kilos, but then she stopped. I don't know why, but it was so tasty and I miss drinking hot natural milk. Oh, that sounds wonderful. Oh no, that's sad. But it is what it is, I suppose, People come and go and people die naturally. Some of them were having not so pleasant end. Yeah, they didn't meet with a pleasant way to go, but the one thing I can say about it is that I think they have had at least decent life. Yeah. Back in the days, things were kinda not so great, to be honest, for this country, because there were a lot of history between with the people and the political parties and the dictatorships, blah blah blah. So our grandparents didn't have the best life that they can get, but at the same time, I don't think my grandparents were that problematic, nor did I have any kind of ill or bad impression of them in my memory. So yeah, they lived in hard time periods. Yes, they did. Oh, definitely, because oh boy, when they were still in their prime time, when they were in their 20s or 30s, things are kinda messed up in here. I guess same thing can be said for majority of the countries in the world, but still, things were not so great back in the days. There were civil war going on. There were militaristic dictatorship was happening, and there were also more recessions and economical collapse, blah blah blah. Things were not great, definitely not. But I think they have made the best of what they've got, from their life, and and I think in their later years, they were doing fine, even though all the hardships they had to go through for their lives. I think they found some kind of peace during their later years. Yeah, I'm sorry about I'm kind of getting emotional over them, because I don't know. While I don't have the best of memories, one of those fond memories with them, because I didn't visit them often. If I'm gonna be honest, visiting them was actually more of an inconvenience for me. Inconvenience and hindrance and some kind of chore that you gotta need to do at least once per year. But I didn't definitely enjoy them. But as now I'm older and as now I see things more clearly with my, I say, matured worldview and more experiences, I think I treated them a bit poorly. Definitely, I treated them. I took them and their generosity, their love, granted. you know, I definitely took their love as granted. Yeah, so that is what I'm a bit like regretting about regarding them. At least they lived in peace in their last times. I hope so they did. They are in a better place now. Yeah. If there is such a thing called afterlife, like hell, heaven, you know, all that kind of jazz, I really do hope that they are in a better place than in this mortal coil. I hope that they have like reconciled with their dead parents and their dead or deceased loved ones, and they are living their best life out there. That is my hope. Reconciliation, yeah. Oh well. Sorry if I went on a bit of a tangent on there. And getting a bit emotional over them. I feel like they are in heaven. I hope so. I am not an atheist, but at the same time, I'm not a spiritual or like a religious person, to say the least. I'm not a kind of person that believes in the existence of heaven and hell, things like that, outright. But at the same time, I'm more like, they may well just exist or don't. You never know about it until like you actually die. So it's okay to be emotional about loved ones, heaven, hell. Oh yeah. We were talking about our deceased grandmother. Oh yeah. Only my side, not the Diamond side. Yeah. Her grandmother is still like living and kicking. They're still alive, but my grandparents from both of my parents' side are dead. Yeah, they are both deceased and they are both passed away. So, and we were basically like talking about like if there is such a thing like heaven or hell exists, then I hope that they have met their deceased loved ones in there and living their best of their lives in there, you know. Oh, I am sorry for your loss. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you. But thank you for your like condolences. Yeah. It's been like 5 to 6 years since the last one of my grandparents have passed away. Yeah. It's been some time. And when I don't think about them, they usually just don't come to me, you know, in the pictures of my mind. So it's fine. I only saw my grandfather from father's side. That's like 1 year ago. Oh, at least he's reunited with my grandma. That's sweet. Yeah, that is sweet. The grandfather from my father's side was suffering from dementia, you know. Dementia and the Alzheimer, yeah, Alzheimer. So he was acting like as if he was 15 or he was a child, and he just couldn't control like his own memory. So it was kind of painful to watch him going through that kind of things. Like, and seeing my father just, you know, suppressing his like emotional like reaction from me and from my mother and from the other people, because we only were able to like meeting my grandparents during a certain kind of like days or like occasion, like holidays or like national holidays, things like that. Yeah. I heard they divorced and got married again. Oh, drama. Because they could only bear each other's attitude. Oh, right. Seeing parents like that is always hard. Yeah. It does sound painful. Yeah. Like, just imagining my parents being like that, you know. I can imagine, you know. Like my mother, my father, like suffering from like chronic disease and or disorder like that, you know, not being able to like recognize me as their son or like acting or behaving as if they're like when their younger selves. That's gonna be, yeah, disheartening to say the least. Disheartening. Oh well. At least we still have time to spend time with our parents. So yeah. For both parties, it sounds like poop. It's not like your grandfather wanted Alzheimer's. Yeah. Nobody does. Like nobody wishes like for them to have Alzheimer's and losing the sense of themselves. That doesn't happen. Like your own brain, the thing that makes you, well, you malfunctioning to that much of degree is a scary sight to behold, especially when the said person is someone you know and someone your parent know, and that same thing may as well happen to your parent or to your loved ones. Yeah, like your spouse, your kids, or your other friends. The very prospect of that occasion is frightful and haunting. I haven't had like that kind of like unfortunate incidents like from any of the people that I know, like when it comes to friends or from family besides them yet. But as I'm getting older and older, and as I'm gonna become more mature and become more adult-like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be prepared enough, you know, to face myself to such a thing is a reality when it happens to my loved ones, you know, or at least to the people that are very close to me. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to prepare for things like that. Sorry if things are getting a bit depressing or a bit downturn, but you know, I think this kind of talks are necessary for like growth as a human being. Like you guys like get this kind of sensation where I need to like have this kind of serious conversation like with myself or with my parents, with my friends, with my co-workers even, you know, with people that I actually care about. You need at least like I think you need to like get through these kind of conversations as a human being, whether you like it or not. Eventually it is crucial to face the harsh reality and what might lie ahead before you like ahead of you, in fact. A BRB. Okay. Thank you for coming into my Good Christ. My body, I hate it. Oh yeah. So yeah, that is my thinking, that is my thought. You know, you guys gonna get a job and you guys gonna graduate or getting married or, you know, blah blah blah. As you like move forward as a human being, the time goes on, the things get older, they will crumble away and they break it down. You just need to accept that that is how things are. You're not gonna be as young as what you are right now. You're gonna have responsibilities even further. You're gonna need more money, more house, more stability. I just think, like, am I gonna be enough? Am I gonna be like capable enough to face such things, such tragedy, such like bad things that will inevitably happen to my life? What if I am not gonna be as lucky as I have so far? What if something really bad happens to me all of a sudden? Will I ever prepared, or will I ever be mature enough to face such things and its consequences? I sometimes think about a song. It's called Time by Pink Floyd. It's about life, death, and time. We don't know what adulthood is like. We are kind of drawn into it. We do what we can to live our best lives, but we forget time's passing so much. Blink once and 20 years have gone by. Blink twice and you are 60 and gonna retire. Even as a Christian, I am slightly afraid of death, but being with God in heaven is comforting. I will do what I can now with this time. Yeah. Make the best usage out of your current life, or what's left behind you. I get that a lot, you know, just don't be lazy. Just make the best of out of your life, you know. I get that from many sources, from many people, from many medias, and I don't know. Am I using my life in the best way possible? I think not. I really do think that I am not using my life to the fullest potential or the best it can be. But what could be the best for me? I mean, it's kind of obvious if you think about it, you know. You just like strive to be a better person. You study, you read more books, and you're working out, and you make new friends, blah blah blah. Like socially accepted and socially like standardized like good things, like morally good things to be a good person, you know. Like if you do these kind of things, then people are gonna assume that you are using the using your life to the fullest. You're having your life the best it can be. Things like that. We as a society have standards and categories and not dichotomy. It's more like a criteria where people use it to judge one's quality of life. And I'm not sure if I fit to that category or fit to that kind of criteria. I wake up grateful to be alive. I really enjoy the little things. The food I eat, the water I drink. I really savor it. The friends, the family, the relationships I built. I don't wish to destroy them. I will cherish them. This body given by God, I will work on it and build it up, my bad, and not destroy my mind and body. In all that I do for God, not out of fear, but out of awe and gratefulness for what He has done for me. I think I don't have much of a purpose as a human being. That is the main issue. I don't have the anchor, so to say, for my life, Sorry, I'm yapping about Christianity. It's fine, to be honest, it's fine. You're not trying to preach me about the word of God or read of the Bibles or, join your religions, things like that. I just think that you're explaining your basic of life and what you think of your basic principle of your life and what you value. And I think we all should be more I think we can overvalue what that is and what they represent. Yeah, sorry about that. I almost hold on. Yeah, about the morning sound I just made, that was because I almost tipped off or almost knocked down my water bottle and it could have spilled. It could be spilled on my keyboard that I bought around 2 months ago. So yeah, accidents prevented. Yeah, tragedy prevented. So good riddance. Yeah, so back to the topic about the yapping session that you just mentioned. Like I said, as long as you're not trying to force your belief or religion upon other people, I am okay with discussing those kind of topics in my chat. And I know that religions, politics, and those kind of things are mostly should be avoided by the people in general because it tends to lead into more heated conversations, or should I say arguments. Most of the times they insult each other and yeah, those kind of things. It is some some of the how should I say, lessons that I have learned during my years of believing. I'm happy to talk about it. It's entirely up to you whether or not you wish to believe. Yeah. That makes sense. And that is how things all should be. The things that you have just written down, like in my chat, they're not necessarily like all about religions and Christianity. It's all about, having anchor, like an anchor point all your life. That is what I'm getting from it. Like your purpose, like the self-center that you can point at and be like, oh, that is what I stand for. That is my purpose of living. That is my principle, That is what I strive to be, or what I strive for, It's like, I'm just living for the sake of living. I don't have purpose, and I just can't base things around it. I just go by the flow, and I don't know what I'm doing for the most of the times. I eat, I sleep, I take poop, but that's about it. I work, things like that. But it is only to live. But I don't have many things going on as a human being. I can't force you to believe. I'm only the messenger boy, but I do hope one day one person I talked about Christianity to become a Christian. Yeah. Yeah. My experience with religions are like 50-50, I suppose. It's not best, but it's not the worst either. If you are curious, I can recommend one book in the Bible. You can read. Depressing, but it has really good wisdom. Only if you want to. Sure, yeah. I don't outright reject any kind of teachings from religions, things like that. I'm not that kind of person. You can just type the name of the book in my chat. I won't mind it, and I don't. I mean, I'm not sure if I say things in the right passion or in the right faith, but I know that Bible has there are multiple versions of Bibles, but some stories in the Bible are kind of wild. Yeah, at least I know that. Moses and the Judas and things like that. Yeah, I mean, that's Bible for you. Yeah, and the great floatings and all that kind of jazz. While I don't believe them outright, Judas betraying Jesus for oh yeah, that guy, yeah, Judas, the tax collector guy, yeah, worked for Romans. I do think that the Bible does contain really good stories and morals, and I mean the morals in the stories have changed for the past God knows how many years, but I do think that you can take away many good things from the said book, even if you don't believe their stories and their teachings in general. Just make your life a better one by using the teachings, morals from the book. You don't have to be a Christian or some kind of religious believer to become a good person, that is my take. Ecclesiastes. Oh, bloody hell, Solomon. Now you got my attention, bro. Oh yes, the Solomon. I'm gonna kill your babies to find who's the real mother. Yeah. Okay. Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes? Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes. Okay. So as for the things I said, Ecclesiastes. I'm just gonna pronunciation. Ecclesiastes. 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 Okay. Read it in your own time. It's a tough read. Oh, okay. So I guess that book has does contain a lot about like metaphors or like some old literature reading stuff. Or it could be like a huge read. I mean, I do have a like hold on. The book name, what's it called again? Yeah. Ilias by Homerus. Numbers. Revelation? No. Ilias by Homerus. It is play. Do you know the guys called Achilles or like Greek mythology? Do you know them? Like Greek mythos. I guess those things are called like pagan, I guess. Pagan mythos for you guys. But it is a play like written by like a guy named Homerus or Homerus. I don't know how you can say your name. Hold on. Oh, Homer. Yeah. Iliad and Odyssey. Yeah. Odysseus, I guess. Odyssey or Odysseus. I don't know. Homer. Ilias and Homer. Yeah. If you know like guys called like Achilles and Hectagon or Hectagon, what's the name again? Hector. Yeah, Hector. My bad. Hector. Like a Trojan horse and you know those kind of things. What's it called again? Yeah, Troy War. Yeah, Trojan War. My bad. A Trojan horse. Yeah. The Iliad of Homer Simpson. Yeah, I fucking knew that you guys said. Yeah. Yeah, his name's Homer, and he wrote things like Iliad, Odyssey, like yeah, the classic Greek mythology, like tragedy, things like that, plays even. Time to watch a video summarizing it. Oh yeah, I think TED Talk has a video regarding it. I believe TED Talk. They do have like video about it. But it is also like huge read. The book is like super thick. So yeah, you better actually like it's gonna better for you to just watch videos like summarizing them rather than just reading through all of them at one setting. BRB. Okay, BRB. Confession. One of my relatives, like, from my mother's side, they're pretty into like religion, and like, I think they're either like Christian or Catholic. I don't know. There are they do have like Bible verse like on their wall, hanging by the frame, and they got the wooden cross on their wall, but I'm not sure if they're like Christian or Catholic, if I'm gonna be honest. What is the difference between Catholic and Christians? Christianity, I am not so sure about that one. You may call me ignorant, and you may call me uneducated, and you would be correct. I am uneducated to 40. Oh yeah. Oh, sorry about that. I had to check up something like via my phone, and I still am. I'm not sure like what even is this thing, but it just popped on my phone. So I'm trying to look up into it. Okay, so that was nothing, and nothing but a waste of my time. Moving on. So yeah, when I was younger than like what I am right now, so 19 or 18, I suppose. She brought me like into a church for a Sunday like preach or a Sunday seminar, I guess, or yeah. And I attended the Bible study session, and I didn't feel like I was enjoying it, to be honest. I was just sitting down there, sitting on a chair, and be like, I was zoning out for the most of the times. Not really listening to like what the priest or was it a priest or like who knows, yeah, priest was talking about, and I just like okay, that's like I was pretending that I was listening to them, and you know, be like hyper fixated on them, because my aunt like brought me to the church, so I had to at least pretend that I am paying my attention to the class, so to say. So yeah, that wasn't the best of the impression from the religious practice, and not to mention that there are many people like on the street trying to convert you like into their religion and trying to force their like belief on you, and you know, believe in God, unless you're going to go to hell. That also didn't leave out the best of the impression for me of them and what they believe in. But at the same time, I know for a fact that they don't consist of the majority of their community and what they represent. I know that for a fact. There are just a couple of bad apples, but bad apples do stand out among the other good or like sincere apples, you know what I'm saying? Human brain is such a messed up like thing, because they only like memorize the bad and negative ones better than the good and positive ones. So bad things, they're just stuck inside your mind, inside your brain, longer than good ones. You know, it's like one bad like insult sticks out better than other 99 like compliments you've gotten. It's like that. If someone says, oh, you're just like a bad person, or you're like a jackass, then no matter like what other people might have told you, like, oh, you're a good person, like you're doing your best, things like that, that one insult is gonna like leave the mark the longest. So maybe like I have like, oh yeah, for fuck's sake. I don't know, like I'm not sure if I should say these things, but it is not the positive. I mean, it was positive, but it was kind of weird one. Yeah, it wasn't the worst one that I've had from religious practitioners. Practitioners. Or practitioners. Okay. Yeah, I will just say this thing to you guys once more people are back, like in my chat. That is the spot. That hits the spot. Holy crap, you have no idea how good that was. Oh my god. I gotta stop putting more emphasis on my breathing, so I can be sounding like more be calmed and be more composed. More composed, yeah. What should I talk about now? Do you guys have any other things to say or talk about? Because I am open-minded about it. The fuck? What about like voice crack? God damn it, my room is so goddamn dry. I need my humidifier, you know, because if I talk longer than an hour, my voice starts to crack. It starts to crack in an unpleasant way. It's really unpleasant. I really don't know how to even like put this thing like into words. How bad that this thing is. I need my concentrated, no, consistent, like water injection into my throat for me to sound like a normal person for once. Now that is such a bullcrap in its own way, isn't it? Hold on. Hold the phone. Damn. Damn. Oh. But I hope that this kind of like voice crack or like my hardship for pronouncing more words are gonna be more alleviated from me once the summer season hits the spot or hits the ground. Because there will be like a lot of rainings and a lot more humidity like in the air once once the temperatures gonna rise up and the air, the water content in the air is gonna rise up. What the frick am I even talking about right now? Minecraft movie. What the frick? Hold on. Minecraft movie. What? What Minecraft movie? Okay, some people say that the Minecraft movie was not good and some people say that it is peak. What? It is not great, I assume. Oh. So I guess the movie score is about the average score for any kind of movies you can find, like from out there. So like C+ of a movie, not bad, not great, but just meh movie. Something you'd watch for like about 2 hours and just move on in tomorrow. That kind of movie. I mean, the CGIs look kinda messy, but I don't know, CGIs look uncanny and oh well. I don't know. It's not like I'm gonna be watching this movie like in any time or maybe in my entire life, so who knows. Oh yeah, fun fact, I'm not much of a movie goer. Yeah, I don't watch movies many times. The only movies I watch from theater is No War, Godzilla, King of the Monsters, and The Joker. Yeah, I think Joker was released in 2018, I guess? No, 2019, okay. So I watched like Bonnie-Ha kaiju movie and Joker back to back. Yeah, so that was an experience to say the least. It was yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, both of the movies were great in their own regard. And oh boy, Joker especially, that was so good. Joker, and Joker. Like, people are freaking out over the movie, like saying that it's gonna promote like violent crimes and, people going like vigilant and they're gonna cause riots and make the society unstable, but it really didn't happen, didn't it? It never had happened. So yeah, all the kind of jazz about like Joker being the tipping point, like for the socially and societally like ignore the people. That entire thing was such a bozo like assumption and take. Also, I sincerely loved the movie. Like, there weren't like many people like in the theater at the time when I was watching it, and when the movie ended, I wanted to clap. I wanted to give my applause to the movie so badly, but I didn't want to be seen as a crazy person, you know, who might seem to be like he is agreeing with the Joker's ideal and their like ideology and their behavior pattern. I didn't want to be seen as, you know, immature, like 15 years old, who think like, oh, Joker is God or something. Yeah. So I restrained myself from making any kind of noise, claps, or applause. But on my inside, I was screaming on the top of my lung to say how good the movie was, how great of a film it was. It was such a masterpiece. It was so good. Oh my god. Also, I think Joker had more profound, not profound, it's more like it had more wide social like impact compared to like other movies. Yeah, I'm not gonna say the movie was more profound compared to like other movies like Citizen Kane or other like movies that set the standard or made like milestones for the film like history, but Joker was indubitably a great film. I loved it, and many people did, and some people obviously took them way too literally and caused some mayhems and caused some crimes under the pretense of that Joker was right. But most of the people who watched the movie like figured that what he was doing was kind of wrong and kind of right all at the same time, and they didn't act upon it. They just said, now that is something to think about, isn't it? You know, a food for thoughts, that's about it. Most of the people didn't like go out in the street and, you know, cause like chaos or like looted the stores or like did a riot. I don't think Joker did cause any kind of like major incident like when it comes to socially and politically, right? Politically, they didn't cause any kind of mayhem. That is my take. It was just like the rich people and the people in the higher place. They got freaked out over how good the movie was and the so-called message of the movie was portraying. And what things that people might take away from the movie, I think that was what people, these journalists and the journalists, oh my god, my tongue is basically giving out at this point. I cannot say a thing for poop. I just cannot say things for poop, god damn it. Speaking of movies, what do you guys... Oh, okay, have you guys ever watched like Dune 2? Dune or Dune? Dune or Dune? Dune. 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 Ugh. Whichever. Yeah, whichever it might be. I didn't watch the movie like from theater. I only watched it from like YouTube clips and so there are enough clips like on the internet, on the YouTube to like watch the entire movie like without going to like theater or paying for the movie itself. So that is what I do for the movies that I am interested in for the most of the times. I know that it doesn't even compare to watch the movie like in theater because all the like audio equipment, the extra experience you get by sitting in there, you know, the loudspeakers, the screens, the IMAX screen, bro. I can't even imagine watching Dune 2 like in theater. I would love that, but unfortunately the movie is, you know, it's got taken down from the theater like ages ago. So nope. Unless I'm super rich and be like rent or like borrow the entire movie theater or by myself and watch the movie like in there for one session. Unless I am that level of like richness, I don't think me watching the movie in the theater is not gonna happen in my lifetime. The water of life. Oh boy. Do not buy the Nintendo Switch 2. Oh my god, oh my god. Nintendo Switch 2. I watched Nintendo Switch, like Nintendo Direct, with a streamer that I really like. And the Switch reveal was decent, I guess. I'm not much of a Nintendo fanboy. Like, the only two Nintendo games I played for my entire life are first, Super Mario Brothers from Nintendo DS Lite, and Pokemon, Pokemon Diamond 4th Gen from DS. Those are only the two Nintendo games I remember. Hello, Arctic Fox. Yeah, Arctic Foxy. How are you doing? Welcome to my stream once again. How was your day? How are you doing? Are you doing fine, or are you doing like not great? Maybe, who knows? If you are having a bad day, I hope that your rest of the day is gonna be a great one. You know, maybe someone's gonna like come to you and say, "Oh, you look beautiful. You look handsome. You know, you look kind of guy that we're just gonna get 50 cents off the ground. You know, by pure chance. You know." I'm sorry about this. You can just call me Ark. It's okay. Most people struggle with it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I see the T like with like I, the number one being I, like so Arctic Foxy, you know, because Arctic Fox is a thing, and the snow white furred fox like living in the Arctic region, so they exist. So I thought that you got your inspiration from that creature. That was my assumption, but Ark also works too, like in my book. So yeah. So as you can see, we were talking about some other things like religions, the deaths of our family, you know, our deceased grandparents, and the reality of facing them. And you know, in one day, you are gonna have to face the harsh reality of one's passing away, and what it means to have a purpose in your life and have an anchor for your life, so you can base your existence based on them, your principles, your like moral compass, things like that. I'm doing alright. Got a bit going on at the moment, but not all bad. Okay. I finished a puzzle with my mom today, so that was good. Ooh, puzzle session with your family. I've never had that kind of session with my family. Never. Maybe I did, but maybe I just forgot about it. That could be a possibility, very well be. Because my parents were not the best one that one can ask for, but they were far from being the worst one. They were doing their best to raise me. They were doing their best to provide for me, for my education, for my interest, hobby, things like that. I wasn't much of a demanding child. I hope not, I wasn't. I didn't have much of a hobby. I didn't have much of a passion, interest, things like that. So, I never demanded much from my parents. So, I'd like to assume that I wasn't that expensive of a child, of a human being to them. Well, my mom's a big puzzler. Ooh, and she got a new one, and I like to help her with them. So we do it together sometimes. Ooh, yes. That is a good bonding experience with mom and dad. No, mom and like their children. My dad isn't the best, but my mom is a absolute superwoman. So I enjoy doing stuff with her. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's good to know. Every family, they have their own struggles, their own drama, their own internal conflict. And I find each people like have their own unique way to solve and deal with them. My family wasn't much of the fighters, so to say. I mean, they did have a couple of fights like in front of me, and God knows how many times they had it when I was absent from their like vicinity, their proximity. But I say that they weren't doing it in front of me that badly, nor did they like take it too far to the point of considering like divorce or like separating like each other, you know, just like taking some time like from each other, things like that. I don't think they have made any, I don't think they have like gone that far yet. But at the same time, I'd be fine with my parents divorcing like at this point. It's not because, you know, they're having a bad relationships or like they're having like in non-loving like state. I mean, the passion of love has died out like a long time ago. I need to go to bed like now. I think it's 11:18 on my end, so probably a good night. Yeah, that'll be a good idea. Right. It was great being in your chat though. Hope you have a great rest of your stream. Okay, thank you for that. I hope that you're gonna have a great sleep either, my friend. Have a good one. Yeah. Thank you for coming to my stream even though you were not in your like ideal condition or ideal state. Yeah. I appreciate that. So thank you for doing that. Like every new people that come to my stream, like even for a slight bit, is such a big win, like in my eyes, because this kind of chatting stream is, it can be super boring, you know. It can be super boring and not much of things are going on in here. Without the chat, like insight, and without the chat to have the conversation with, we don't got much going on. Unless I have things to do like on my own, like making a tier list or doing some kind of other activity, like on my own, that I can enjoy myself with. Unless like that, chatting stream can be dreadfully boring. Dreadfully boring, yes, it always is. But I do love enjoying. I do love like sharing our experience and meeting the same old people like once again, and asking them how they are doing, like what is their like reason about, and you know, just exchanging their thought process and their worldviews with each other, so you may know them better and get close to them. Not in a creepy way though. Not in a creepy way. Please don't do that. Parasocial relationship can be happened from both parties involved, like from viewers and from the streamers. So yeah. Oh man, I'm almost at my limit. Oh my god, my room is so dry. There's just an ounce of like humidity like in the air, like in my room. It is also drier than like Sahara Desert. Oh my god. I might as well just place a bowl that is filled with water, so I can bring more like water content in the air, because this thing is not getting any better from here. Like, I know that like that doesn't make any sense. Like, we just had a rain today. So what does it mean that, oh my god, but why is it I hate this country so much. Oh. Oh. Twitch. What am I supposed to do with you, Twitch? I am solely lost upon you, my guy. I think I should just do more workout. Yeah. Just even a slight bit of jogging would help me out immensely, because I am not doing any of the workout session at all, which caused my recent gain of my weight, which is not a good thing at all. I hate being fat. I hate gaining weight. But when I am not doing anything right now and just expecting losing my weight naturally is such a selfish and such a dumb like hope, you know. You always need to work through it. You always need to work for something to get, you know. If you want to take something, the least you could do is work for it. Work toward it. Success, losing your weight, diet, all the kind of jazz. They need your attention. They need your effort. They require your time. They require your sacrifice, tear, sweat, and not so much blood. Please don't don't give your blood out for you to lose weight, because that is a bad thing. Yeah, I need to spill my weight, spill my tear, my sweat to lose my weight. Just sitting idly and hoping for your weight just goes away is a fool's dream. It's a fool's errand. You get what you pay for. You get what you put yourself into. The rule of equivalent exchange. Yeah, equivalent exchange. Yeah, that's more like it. Equivalent exchange. God damn it, my tongue. Just roll up, would you? Just roll up good, would you? I'm not even asking you that much of a thing. Just roll them up nicely and tidy and buttery smooth. Then I will be much more gentle with you. I will not gonna curse you. Anyhow, where was I? Oh yeah. Should I just give up? No. I still got 2 minutes left. So don't you ever give up on yourself, Craig. Give up on yourself, Craig. I have come to this long. I have come to this far. Just giving up, at this point, will be utterly idiotic. So please don't do it, and be more resilient be more resistant. Okay then. My god, this has basically become an endurance stream. My endurance test. More than like an enjoyable stream. I hate that aspect. I hate that it has come down to like this. Just padding down your time and filling up your stream time. This is not what I hope for. This is not what I wish for my stream to be. This isn't really it. But what can I do about it though? I didn't like come up with any kind of ideas to make myself enjoyable during the entire stream. Like any kind of ideas would have been much more helpful than just talking to myself like non-stop. On that note, I think reducing my chatting streams time by 30 minutes was a good call, because oh my god, I can't imagine doing this more than like 2 hours. Oh my god, what was I thinking back then? Good Christ. Anyhow, guys, I think that should be it